We got game and we gon' prove it. Watch the score and we gon' move it. Blow through your city now. We the Hurricanes. We the Hurricanes. See, we gon' run it when we stand up, crowd go crazy when we score it. Blow through your city now. We the Hurricanes. We the Hurricanes. Yeah, we bout communion, making union on the floor is where we do 'em. Come let us show you how. We them Hurricanes. We them Hurricanes. You can't blame us, we got gamers. Play like cookies, famous Amos. Got the juice like...
Oh man, what's up? We're here back at MicCheckM.I.A. This is Mike Check Sports, man. We have a special guest today, Mr. Lindsey Streeter, a semi-pro basketball team owner who's here to talk to y'all about the Savannah Hurricanes. Mr. Streeter, how you doing, man?
Hey, Kunrad, how are you, man?
Great, man, great. Great to have you on the show, man.
I am extremely excited to be here, and I really, really appreciate the opportunity that you've given me.
We trying to build a profile, a platform for everybody.
Yeah, well, I really do appreciate that. As you stated, I am Lindsey Streeter. I'm a retired soldier. I did a little north of 31 years in the Army, 2 stints here at Fort Stewart, one in 1989, culminating with me leaving in 1990, going off to Germany. And then I came back at the end of my career, Kunrad, around 2012, retiring here at Fort Stewart in 2016, the rank of Command Sergeant Major. And continue to work now, but fell in love with the area, fell in love with the low country, wanted to give back to the low country, and I decided that this platform, semi-pro basketball team, which we like to refer to ourselves as pro basketball team, because if an amateur sports player, let's say is in college, decides to play with us, he has to forego his amateur affiliation. So we are in fact a pro basketball team.
Okay, all right. And so what really created your passion for basketball at this point? Or were you a basketball player?
Not at all.
Not at all?
Not at all. I was a football guy.
Yeah.
But I understand that basketball has a very wide funnel at the top of the funnel, and it leads to a very narrow path. You know, actually, kids have about 100,000 to 1 opportunity or chance to become a pro basketball player. So what I'm really after is that cylinder. Turning that funnel into a cylinder, that cylinder of life. Everybody has the opportunity to participate in the game of life. So this pro basketball opportunity was really a play on getting after our youth. Our youth camps is what I'm really after. I want to empower our youth to improve their citizenship, impart with them literature and curriculum that will improve their character. And the ones that are going to make it in basketball, we'll pick those up along the way. But the large majority, we believe that we'll keep them qualified for other opportunities in life.
Okay, great, man. So you almost are creating a basketball platform that will empower the youth with basketball as well, all the way up to adults, or just empowering the youth? And
so 2 things. One is the Triple Threat Basketball League provides an opportunity to highlight talent through the league that may have had some hiccup along the way, or maybe an injury during their career, but they want to continue to play basketball. And what we're seeking to do is provide them an opportunity to get noticed, and maybe a larger opportunity outside of Triple Threat, with an overseas contract, or maybe the NBA developmental league. So that's what's in it for them. But along the way, we want to improve their characters as well. So we leverage these players in the community to be a part of the very fabric of the community. And what I'm chosen to do is to get after our youth.
Okay, that's great, man. So you retired military. Did you retire at Fort Stewart?
I retired at Fort Stewart. I surely did, yeah.
And you currently live in Savannah, Richmond Hill?
I live in Richmond Hill now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how's that? You like it out there?
Yeah, I like it out there. I love the low country, period. I love the food. I like the weather. I like the people. I like the vibe here. And I'm close enough to get to all that big city stuff that I want to get to. So I don't feel like I missed out on anything being outside of D.C.
Chocolate City, what they call it. Yeah. But do you miss home at all?
I do, but I can get there anytime I need to. Either 995 or I'm on an airplane at a moment moment's notice. I'm able to get there, so it's okay.
Okay. So, basically, the idea of your program, it basically came to you as something that a vision, basically.
Yeah. So Kunrad, it's just the perfect merger of where I am in life at this point. It's about the dash for me. When you see a tombstone in the cemetery, you see a birth date and you see an end date. But in between there's a dash. That dash is your legacy. It's what's going on with you. So I'm just at a point in my life where it's about what's going to be said 20, 30, 40 years from now. What can I leave? How can I make an impact right now in the community that's going to outlast me and going to have my children and grandchildren talking about it for a while? And I think the biggest impact I can make is with our youth. I really do. And there's stakeholders and sponsors and others that have agreed with this vision, and they're coming alongside the Hurricanes to see it to fruition.
Okay, so you already pretty much have, I'm not gonna say backing, but your members.
Yeah. So, you kind of asked why, and the why is just, it's always bigger than me. And we have players, and I have a dynamic GM that's retired military as well, that have bought into what it is that we're trying to do. And that's just to, as I stated, improve their platform while impacting the community. Our mantra is something to play for. And so we want to look for things that we can rally behind, albeit in the community or internal to the team, but something to rally us together to play for. And I stated before, it's extremely important in my vision that we're nested within what's happening in our community. If there's a shooting, the Hurricanes want to be there. We want to be there to help that community heal, to be on the ground, visibly on the ground. We want to go into classrooms and talk about anti-bullying, and we want to talk about teenage pregnancy, and we want to talk about drug problems that plague our community. So there's a lot of things that we're charging the players with doing, and I think that what really hinders an athlete in some cases from making it to the next level are flaws within their character or flaws within their ability to stay disciplined. And so if we build the correct platform, we can demonstrate those two things to others to make these players more marketable for an opportunity later on.
That's true, man. You got the right idea, man. That's a perfect setup for a guy that's trying to make it to the next level and play professional basketball at whatever level he plays. But if that is the NBA, it will help him because they're big on community activism as well. So yeah, that's great, man, that you're doing that.
Yeah, Kunrad, you're so right. And we kind of looked at their model and what they're requiring the players to do when they're not holding a ball in their hand. Mm-hmm. And so we want to condition our players today. We want you to shoot three-pointers on the court, but we want you to shoot three-pointers out in the community as well. We want you out there nested within the very fabric and fiber of the community and getting after what's really important to that community, our community.
Yeah, because community support is important. And from the community needs support, and if you're doing things for the community, you need support. So that's very important, man. That's great direction that you're already going in, man. What I was gonna say is, it's a few men's league in the area that probably would, your presence would probably be greatly felt in the area where these guys are playing basketball and they're, older guys, some guys far removed from college, high school. But let me ask you, what type of guys are you looking for right now with this?
So really, it's about that hunger. Mm-hmm. So you have to be at least 18 years of age, and then we want you to be able to play basketball. Mm-hmm. We're, very competitive. We want to bring a championship to the Low Country, so we're serious about that. So we're looking for an attitude, really, an attitude and an ability to play. The attitude we're looking for is that I still got some gas left in the tank. I still believe that I have a dream that's still alive, and I can make it to the next level. That's the person that we want. Because we envision the Hurricanes will be a platform that will springboard these players to that next opportunity, and we'll just backfill them with another player that has that same hunger and thirst and buys into the vision of what we're trying to do in the community.
Okay. So what is the tryouts for?
Yeah, so we have several players already, but we want to open. We want to open the opportunity for more players.
Okay.
So we're having a tryout in Richmond Hill on the 16th of July. I do have a flyer that's circulating. There's information posted on our Instagram site, Savannah Hurricanes Instagram page as well. But yeah, we're looking at evaluating talent. We'll have a panel of evaluators, and we'll look at them in a few different areas. You know, the game of basketball, a lot of times people look at the player and they gauge their ability based upon what they, how many points they score. But there's a little bit more than that goes into it. So we like to look at them with the ball, without the ball. We want to watch them on the bench and see how they act when they've been pulled out of a game, how supportive they are to their fellow teammates. So yeah, we're evaluating them several different ways.
Mm-hmm. There's that professional image that they need to have when they come out off the court and things like that.
Absolutely, and the TTBL does have a live streaming platform. So we we're filming games, we're streaming, we're editing content, we're consistently farming content out to agents and others, and trying to market our players for that next opportunity. So they really need to have their behavior intact.
Yeah, you're right. So you're giving them, like I said, a basketball platform, and because you're televising yourself.
Yes.
By filming it and live streaming it, because that's really what the world is right now. Everybody's watching live stream, not necessarily cable. They're watching live stream. So
yes,
that's to your advantage right there on the advertisement. So you said in Richmond Hill, what gym would that be?
Yeah, so we're going to be at the Timber Trail Recreation Facility.
Okay.
On the 16th, we're going to start at about 1 o'clock that day with registration and orientation. Then we'll get the guys out on the court, and we'll begin the evaluation. So we'll look at them. We'll look at them shooting. We'll look at them. Have some individual drills for them. We'll see where they best fit on the team, and then we'll break them into groups and let them scrimmage. So we'll see how they perform as a member of a team, if they have the prerequisite skills to fit within the team collaboratory structure and the structure that requires you to be a part of a team. And so it's going to be an exciting day. I really feel as though it is, and we'll see what we have. We're hoping to, we're aspiring to put a very competitive team on the court in October.
Okay.
We don't want to ramp up. We're not expecting to ramp up. We're not expecting to build things. It's only our first year in the league. No. We're going to put a competitive product on the floor day one, and I want a championship.
Okay. That sounds like a serious to me.
That's right. But let me ask you this: so people all around the world are playing basketball. What separates the pros from the amateurs are the pros are being compensated monetarily, and you claim that your team is a pro team. Will these players be compensated?
Yes, there is some compensation, Tony. That's a great question, and it's often asked, but really it goes back to that front door and who we're looking for, right? Mm-hmm. So we're looking for that player that believes they have an opportunity to play at the NBA or maybe an overseas opportunity. Mm-hmm. And so we want to position them, market them, expose them to that opportunity. Okay. And that's where the real money lies.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so how is the league exposing itself right now? Besides just streaming the game, do they have a presence in the area already, Triple Threat?
No, the Triple Threat presence here is our team, and I believe there's a team in Midway that's starting up. There are 8 teams within our division, in the Southeast Division, and we play within a 4-hour radius. So we're over in the Atlanta area, all up into the Columbia, South Carolina area, all the way down to Orlando. But there's 60 teams in the league.
Oh, really?
Yes, indeed. So we're
across the nation.
Across the nation.
Okay.
So we're garnering the attention of any and every one that is someone. I think last week I fielded 2 phone calls from sports agents that want to partner with us. And one, interesting enough, was what I didn't know was there's several ways in which to evaluate basketball talent. They get down now; they're counting the number of dribbles that a player takes before they shoot.
Get to the basketball.
Yeah, and they're looking at how they perform when they don't have the ball in their hand. They're monitoring them that way. one of the other things they do is they overlay conversion data from previously successful shooters shooting particular shots, and they'll overlay that data, that known data, with your player to see how your player performs from that same shooting position on the court.
Okay.
So 3-pointers from the left corner, if it's typically has a 74% knockdown rate, they'll overlay that with every time one of your players shoots that same shot to see if they're at or above, or below that prescribed standard, and that helps with marketing.
System of ranking players. And
So
Exactly.
So any scout that will have analytics for each player. So if I'm a scout and I'm coming to see your players and I want to see those stats, are they available to scouts?
Yes, those stats will be available to scouts.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So one other thing. So 60 teams nationwide. How many divisions or regions? How many divisions are there?
There are 6 regions.
So 6 regions. During the playoffs, so there's like a tournament in each region.
Yes.
And then.
Yeah. So each region has a regional playoff, and then it moves into a national playoff situation, and then narrows it down with tournament play onto the championship.
Okay. Are there any notable players that you can name right now that have played in this league and have maybe went overseas?
Yeah, there are. I don't know them.
Okay.
I couldn't name them right now. The league's only 2 years old.
Okay.
I'm hearing some rumors about a guy that several are overseas already.
Okay.
Several from season 1 are overseas. Dozens are overseas right now.
Okay.
Playing. Yes. Oh, yes, indeed.
So that's encouraging.
Yeah, and they go there and play and come back and play in the Triple Crown
really?
League as well. The loyalty to the league. Yeah, they do that. They do that. It's a lot of that goes on.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a great question.
So this league where is it based?
It's based out of Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania?
Yeah. The owners, Lori and Mike Watson, actually were long-term members of the ABA, and they decided to break off and form Triple Threat because they wanted to empower the players a little bit more. They also wanted to achieve a little more consistency with uniforms and the way games were engineered and carried out, and the standards of gyms and arenas that they were playing in. They wanted to standardize that stuff. And so they, in standing up Triple Threat, it gave them the freedom to do that.
Okay. So, I mean, are they obviously have experience doing the ABA, but are they, as far as the arenas that you're playing in, are those things that are already put together by them? Or
No. So each owner, and I'm glad you asked that question because it's our biggest challenge right now with the Hurricanes. We're in talks with the city and city officials and others to secure a deal with one of the larger spaces downtown right now. But it's up to those individual owners to market their teams and to find an appropriate place within the prescribed guidelines of the Triple Threat League. And these gyms have to have wooden floors. They have to have NBA specs, and then of course there's the security and safety issues or concerns that have to be addressed, and player insurance and all of those things. Yeah.
Okay. So have you met them personally? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So they meet every owner in the league. They meet in person.
Yeah. So we have bi-weekly owners calls, owners meetings, and we have Zoom calls. And we just had 2 months ago, it was down in Orlando for the annual owners conference. It was down in Orlando. So it was both in-person presence and live stream capability as well. So yeah, I've met the owners and we talk all the time.
Okay.
When's the next owners meeting?
That's an annual in person.
Okay.
So we just had the annual. Yeah, we just had the annual in-person one, and then it's just bi-weekly meetings and Zoom calls from this point on.
Okay. So you got guys who have played overseas that's in the league. Is that really what you know what I'm saying? Are you really trying to retain those players to make the league better? Or is it one of those things where it's like you do what you have to do? And
My vision for the Hurricanes is I'm not successful if I'm retaining players here in the Low Country with the Hurricanes. I'm only successful if I built the character required, exposed the skill sets, and get them all to the next opportunity, and recruit the next one in their place. That's my idea of success. So I don't want to hold them here just to shoot basketball in Savannah, Georgia, when they can have an opportunity to really provide some compensation and comfort for their families. I want to get them there.
Okay, so it's more like a great revolving door of success.
Absolutely.
Okay, I got you. All right, I got you. So, Savannah Hurricanes, what brought up the name?
Well, you know, it's synonymous with this region, this storm, but it's just the elements of the storm and all that it brings. You know, that calm center, where that leadership lies, that eye wall that provides the punch, and with all the wind and the rain, the experience of a hurricane is something you'll never forget. It's something we can rally around as we empower our team, our players to be that eye wall. And then, you know, after the hurricane comes through, there's another effect that follows it through, and that's what the effect we're having on the community. So there was a reasoning behind not only the emblem and the artwork. You know, hats off to my son for designing our emblem and our uniforms, but we thought about the symbolic nature of this powerful storm, this powerful occurrence that you can see coming, you can feel it, it's predictable, and you quite frankly can't do anything about it once it comes to shore.
That's what's up, man. So I mean, we covered a lot of bases, man. Community activism, helping young players get to the next level, making them better men, and also members of the community.
Yes.
You know, so is there anything else that you want people out there to know about the organization?
Yeah, I do. So we have several sponsors, and to include a few nationwide sponsors that are lining up their efforts to help us in the community. But in order to really get the support of Savannah as a whole, the people, our fan base, our followership needs to increase. Would-be supporters need to see that data and information and that community support in order for them to get on board. I don't want this to start up and then run out of gas and fall off the tracks. I want this to continue, but it'll only continue if our community comes out and supports what we're trying to do.
Okay. So where will y'all be currently playing at now?
So we'll tip off in October, and we're hopeful that the city will back us, and we'll be downtown.
Okay.
That's the plan. If not, we'll be at a recreation center until we can do a little better. And we have garnered the attention of a few investors, and then we could down the road end up building our very own arena.
That's the goal.
And make it a part of the community and allow our amateur players to come in there and play their regional games and championship games, our AAU players, and a centralized hub for our high schoolers to come and play championship games. So that's the long-term vision. But there's some people that are really interested in having that conversation with us right now.
Okay.
Besides your social media, what other mediums are you using to reach the people?
Yeah, so social media is in word of mouth. We ask people like yourself that are out in the community to spread the word about what it is that we're doing. We have an Instagram presence that's growing every day. Savannah Hurricanes on Instagram. Our website, Metaverse, is being built right now.
Right in front of Facebook.
It's going. It's going. The website that we're designing, Tony, I'll tell you, is going to be something that people haven't seen before.
Okay.
It allows us to really expose our players, but at the same time provide an interactive experience for the users or the visitors to the website. So we're excited about that, and that'll be published in about a month away from publishing that. We need to solidify our players after the tryout so we can add their bios and headshots, and then we'll republish the website at that particular time. But you can find us on Instagram.
Okay. So your biggest, one of your biggest struggles in the beginning is going to be the draw.
Yeah.
October, you secure a building, a large place. You're hoping somewhere where people can come. How do you think you're going to do it as far as the draw?
Well, we think that the buzz around basketball And the appetite for basketball here in the region is sufficient enough to get us, 3,500 to 4,000 fans at a time out to a game. The other thing is we're not trying to get rich. So we're making our tickets extremely affordable.
Okay.
We want to put as many tickets in the hands of our community as we can. I envision Kunrad and Tony. I envision that kid that never ever imagined they can come in and watch pro basketball. I envision that kid sitting in good seats for about $10 watching a basketball game.
Okay.
That's what I'd like to see.
Right.
And we can break even as long as we can pay the bills and then elevate the platform and get some players out of here to a bigger opportunity. That's a successful
Job done.
Yes,
Job
indeed.
done.
Right. Okay.
And it's successfully moving that way.
Yes.
Successfully moving that way. So, looking for the support of the city. We with you. We hoping that everything turns out how it should be, because it's a great idea that you have, great direction that you're going in. I love it all. How you feel about it, Tony?
Yeah, I feel good about it. But the only thing I want to say about this is, when you get that trophy, don't front when we ask you to bring it.
Hey, Tony, I'm bringing the trophy.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
all right.
You got to know it.
Okay.
We've had a couple of barbershops to approach us too, to say they wanted to partner and provide sponsorship by providing haircuts for our players. I mean, the community has really wrapped. 2 law firms have said they're going to support our basketball camps. We bring the kids; they'll pay the bill. It's just been great. We're looking for a home, and we're going to bring that trophy. You and I are going to take a picture holding that trophy.
My man, I appreciate it.
While I'm getting a haircut.
That's right. That's right. On us.
Well, that's great, man. Hey, it was definitely a pleasure having you all. Before we leave, let's make sure that they know the date, time, area that they need to be in to come try out for the team. And if they want it to contribute anything to your organization as well, let's just give out that information right quick so they know.
Yeah. So we are going to be at the Timber Trail Sports Complex. I believe it's 2807 Timber Trail Road. You can look it up in Richmond Hill. It's the only recreation center there in Richmond Hill. We're going to be there on Saturday, July the 16th at 1 o'clock. Be there at 1 o'clock sharp because we're going to adjourn at 4 o'clock that day. Our registration fee is $55. That's going to get you refreshments and some takeaway items and jerseys and things of that nature, and to cover you for insurance. So we made it real affordable just to cover the cost of you being there. And there was information on our Instagram site concerning our tryouts as well.
Okay.
So we hope to see you all there. We're gonna guarantee a great and a competitive product on the floor in October, and we're gonna make this area proud to be a Hurricanes. There's nothing like a Hurricane.
Looking forward to it, man.
Right.
Well, this has been MicCheckM.I.A, Mike Check Sports, man. Who's checked in with the Savannah Hurricanes, my man Lindsey Streeter. Why am I saying Sydney?
Hey man,
Lindsey.
Poirier. I wish I had his look.
Lindsey Streeter, man. I apologize for getting your name wrong. Lindsey Streeter, man. Y'all check at the bottom, like, subscribe, let us know what y'all want to know about the Savannah Hurricanes, what we should do to improve the show. My boy Big Tone always lurking in the back.
Yes, sir.
London is not here today, man. She's on vacation. She'll be back on the 26th on our next interview. Check us out there, man. Until then, that is Mike Check Sports. This is Savannah Hurricanes.
Go Hurricanes.
Man, I appreciate you, man.